Alright.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, Cathal, do you want to introduce yourself and tell us why you're on it?
Yeah, my name is Cathal Ronan. I'm currently a fourth year student in Arts Joint Honours doing Criminal Justice and Economics. Born and raised in Limerick, been here all my life. I'm running because I think I have the experience and the mindset to do the job well. For my co-op I worked over in Barcelona with kids. Basically I was an activity manager, so I had to bring them for activities. I was basically in charge of their safety while I was there. One example would be some of them had never been on kayaking before. You had to bring them out into the Mediterranean by yourself, and you might have one other person with you, and there's about 20 of them on double kayaks looking after them. As well as that, I was over in America as a youth development leader, working with kids in a summer camp again. I think basically I was living with them. There was a residential camp, and you had to look after them from your 24/7. You lived with them, you ate with them, you did all the activities with them. You were their main carer. You even had to go meet their parents, and it's a big deal. That, and plus my interest in human rights and civil liberties, which maybe one day I might do a master's in. I'm usually kind of fighting for people. It's just like a certain personal instances. As well as I've dealt with a lot of people in regards, like people usually come to me for advice or if they need help. So people's other experience coupled with my own experience, I think I'll be quite good for the job. I'm pretty approachable. I'm very friendly. I'm outgoing. I'm loud. I can get your voice out there. But at the same time, I'm very good at being one-on-one speaker with people. I'm very good at listening to people, but I can talk as well at the same time.
What would you have done differently if you had been the welfare officer this year?
If I'd been the welfare officer this year, I think, Tara did an absolutely fantastic job. The welfare office, you see a lot of stuff is behind closed doors, because a lot of it is one-on-one interaction with students. But as well as the campaigns, she did a great job with campaigns because there were no funds there for the campaigns. What I would have done differently is I would have got myself known to the students. So this year, if I'm elected, my plan is to have welfare on wheels. It's the same idea as if you've ever seen the Kleenex ad, where your man kind of sits in the middle of a really busy place and invites people to come talk to him. But mine would be a bit more postman, a bit more fun, more student orientated. So the plan is to go out every once a week for about 2-3 hours, like Derek does now. Walk around, get pushed around on the chair, invite people for a chat. Seem really approachable. As well as that, for sexual health, I remember when I started in the first year, Shag Week was unbelievable. It was like the second charity week. So I'm hoping to try and bring that back. Red Ribbon give out 3,000 Durex condoms, and I'm hoping to maybe try and get a deal with Durex themselves. But obviously it's only a thought at the moment. I have to see how it kind of works out. I don't know the politics behind it, but on nights out, go out to students maybe once a week, once 2 weeks. Go out, hand them out condoms, give them information. When I used to do it, I used to see the guys in giant sperm costumes, dancing around. Everyone kind of got involved. It's you seem a lot more approachable if you do that. And then for physical health, I would have done the fun run, which I want to introduce. Once a week, bring people out, get them involved with people. Because I'm a firm believer that physical health has a direct correlation on your mental health and your sexual health. Well, sexual prowess, anyway. And then there's accommodation. If you've ever seen ratemyteachers.com, same concept, but rate the housing. It wouldn't be on the same platform, but hopefully make a website where past tenants could write about what they thought about it. You can go to the website, type in the address upstairs, and then you see 6 people lived there last year. They give their opinion, and it's all good.
You say in your manifesto that you'd create a healthy eating plan in association with the shop at a reasonable price for students. How would you go about it?
But the idea with the meal plan is that you would get a breast of chicken, fillet chicken. You get rice, you get sauce, maybe a can of Coke, something like that. You get a recipe, and it would all be in a packet, and it would cost €5. That way, instead of just buying a chicken roll, not saying they're bad for you, but this is kind of the healthier option. Then you could just get that, make it at home for yourself, get yourself into cooking, experimenting with food, stuff like that. As well as the running thing, what I was saying about the jogging, running, the fun run, is that once you start doing more physical activity, you tend to eat better. You tend to notice it, you go, oh, maybe I'll have the water instead of the fizzy drink. Maybe I'll have an apple instead of chocolate. I've been there, I've been in and out of the gym because of leaving certain exams and going abroad and whatnot. So I know how it feels. I know how hard it is to get back into. But I've always found if you've a lot of people around you to do it, it's so much more easier, so much more helpful. Like a team, it's basically a team thing, team sport. It's always easier, someone else there.
What makes you better than Kelly O'Brien and William Jennings?
Well, to be honest, I think they're both very good candidates. I personally think that I have a lot. My manifesto is more clear set. There's a bigger set of plans. I feel like fresh ideas, fresh face in the SU. We all know what happened this semester and last semester. Everybody knows. If you don't know, then you should have known. If you're involved in the SU, if you cared about the SU, you know. In a sense, it was all the information was out there. So I think that fresh start. I know Jennings is a fresh start, but I don't think I already have a basis in the SU. I was a first year rep, class rep, not first year rep. I went for first year rep, lost against my campaign manager, but I had to work with her in first year, and I'm currently the legal officer in the UL Psychology Society. So I do have a vested interest in it. I do think my ideas won't cost a thing compared to some of the manifestos. Some of them you're kind of wondering where will the money come from. Fair enough, if they can find the money, go ahead. Mine literally won't cost any money, and if it does, it'll come out of my own pocket. I'm happy to get that invested into seeing the union better.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
This is the good bit. Vote for me! Ronan for welfare! That's good.